We're going to be talking about something extremely important. We're going to be talking about cesarean section. But first of all, I'd like to tell you a story. Jacob Nufa. So Mr. Jacob's wife was pregnant, really pregnant, and she was in labor. She'd been in labor for so many days, in the care of up to 13 midwives. So he decided to go ahead and meet the religious authorities, and then he took permission. I would like to do something to my wife to deliver this child. I would like to open her stomach and remove this child so that my wife can live and my wife can survive and my child can also survive. He got the permission, and then he went ahead and delivered his wife via what we now call cesarean section, and his wife survived. This child lived for over 77 years, and afterwards she went ahead to have up to 5 other natural vaginal deliveries. So what is cesarean section? Cesarean section is basically using the anterior abdominal wall through the skin to deliver the baby and the placenta, healthy baby to a healthy mother. What are some of the reasons your doctors will recommend that you have a cesarean section? That's why we're here. So the first reason is when you have a prolonged labor, when you're having a prolonged labor. You've been in labor for so many hours, 24 hours to days, and it's not progressing because there is a certain amount of cervical dilatation that we're expecting. Of course, when the cervix is not fully dilated, you cannot deliver the baby. So if labor is not progressing as it should, eventually your doctor would have to advise you to, go the cesarean section route to save your life and that of the baby. Another one is when your baby is in trouble, what we're going to call fetal distress. So when the baby's heart rate is dropping or the baby's heart rate is rising, which of course your doctor will keep monitoring, the nurses will keep monitoring. So when they are monitoring and they find out that, oh, baby is in trouble, baby's heart is overcompensating, or the baby's heart rate is dropping, the doctor would advise you to do a cesarean section, because the aim of labor, the aim of the cesarean section, the goal of the cesarean section is to deliver a healthy baby to a healthy mother. When the placenta is in an abnormal position, so there is a normal position for the placenta to be. So when your placenta is lying low, when your placenta is low lying, especially if it's now crossing the cervix, of course in this case your doctor is going to advise that you do a cesarean section. Or other cases like placenta abruption, when the placenta separates from the baby, it will cause a lot of bleeding, the mother's life is in danger, the baby's life is in danger. Your doctor may advise that you do a cesarean section when there is a placenta abruption. And when there is a placenta previa, there is no way for the baby to pass, because the placenta is literally crossing over the cervix and blocking, the route where the baby is supposed to be coming out through. So in the case of placenta previa, placenta abruptio, and other, placenta abnormalities, you might have to do a cesarean section. Another one is when the baby is not in a normal position. So what is a normal position? Baby is coming with the head down. That's the normal position. So when the baby is coming with the bum, your baby is trying to come out with the bum. Other people are coming out with the head, but baby wants to come with the feet, or the baby is lying, just lying across, what we call the transverse lie. When the baby is lying transverse, and other abnormal position, breech position, and other abnormal positions, your doctor is going to advise that you go the cesarean section route. And of course, when there are also some other abnormalities, for instance, the baby has a very big head in what we call the hydrocephalus, when the head is full of fluid, you can't deliver that kind of size of head through a 10 centimeter dilated, cervix through the vagina. So the baby will have to be delivered through cesarean section. And also other congenital abnormalities, like you're trying to deliver twins but they are conjoined. So head is joined together or the body is joined together. There is no way that, the baby is going to come out through the vagina. So there are so many other fetal abnormalities, other abnormalities with the baby that will make your doctor advise that you deliver via cesarean. Also, multiple, you're having triplets, quadruplets, sextuplets, octuplets, and all those multiple blessings, you eventually have to have a cesarean section, but because there's no way that you're going to be pushing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 babies. So that is an absolute indication for cesarean section. When the mother's health is being compromised, for instance, the mother has a heart disease that will not be able to, survive the stress of labor, or in a case where the mother's BP is very high, what we call preeclampsia, then you know that there's a way your BP can be so high that you begin to have convulsion. At that point, we begin to call it eclampsia, no longer pre-eclampsia. So now your BP is high, there's protein in your urine, and there's convulsion. So we call that eclampsia. So when you have eclampsia, one of the fastest and the safest routes to deliver and to relieve the woman of the convulsion at that point is to deliver the baby and the placenta. Once the placenta is out, you see that all those symptoms begin to resolve quickly. In another case, when a woman is going for vaginal delivery, but she needs to be induced, and then this induction fails, so the induction is basically your doctor stimulating the labor, helping your uterus to contract, to deliver the baby. So if that induction fails, that is another reason for cesarean section. Prolonged labor as past 40 weeks, as past 42 weeks. In that case, you then try to induce the woman, and then you're inducing the woman and induction fails, or any other reason why you might want to induce labor and the induction fails. So that would be another indication for cesarean section. And of course, another one is when you've had a previous cesarean section, you stand at a higher chance of having more cesarean sections. If you have one cesarean section, we could actually allow you to go for what we call a VBAC, vaginal birth after cesarean section. Whenever you're going for a VBAC, you have to have in mind that there are higher chances of you having a cesarean section, not that cesarean section. If you had a cesarean section before, you would not be able to get an augmentation during a VBAC. So if labor is not progressing, the only way out is to go for a cesarean section. So the last reason that your doctor would advise you to do a cesarean section is if you want an elective cesarean section. You can decide to have a cesarean section, but usually doctors would like to check you, give you all your options, and then if you insist that you want a cesarean section just because you want a cesarean section, of course you can discuss with your doctor about this, and of course you can go ahead and have a cesarean section. These are some of the important reasons why a woman would have a cesarean section. So please, can we stop with the God forbid it's not my portion, because honestly, God has brought science, to help us and to relieve us of suffering, and to make life easier for everybody. So your doctor is for you. The best thing to do is to have a discussion with your health provider concerning, your delivery goals. So I'd like us to keep this conversation going in the comment section. It's a very interesting yet very timely discussion to have. So leave a comment in the comment section. What are some of the other important reasons why cesarean section will have to be had? Other indications that I might have missed out in this video. I want to hear your ideas. What do you think about cesarean section? Are you part of the people that judge a woman for having cesarean section? Are you one of the people that support it? I just want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Let's have a very beautiful conversation going on down there. I'll be there replying to each and every comment of yours. Please leave an emoji, a baby bump emoji in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next one. My name is Dr. Faustina. Stay happy and healthy. Bye.